The DFMA software suite allows you several options to communicate the results of your analyses with other people inside or outside your company through the use of the export of the different reports that are available. So here I've opened the motor sample file that comes with the Design for Assembly software, and I can choose the Executive Summary DFMA as the the choice of report that I want to see. If I select both the motor original and the motor redesign and say OK, I'll be shown a report that compares those two variations of that design. And if I maximize it here so we can see the results on the window, we can see all of the different entries on the report. Now, to export this data from here, we simply go to the File menu, we pick Export, and then we have a variety of choices that we can make about what we want to export this file to. Now, all of the files in DFM and DFA can be exported to these different file formats. So we have bitmaps, metafiles, and JPEGs as picture file formats if we wanted to put these things into PowerPoint presentations. We can export directly to PDF here, HTML, text, and Excel. So if I select the PDF output, and I'll just call this BDI test, and I say save, what you can see is I'll be presented with a dialog box that allows me to set some options for the export. And if I say open after create, just so that you can see the software actually create the PDF, and then it will open that for me in my case here, it's using Acrobat. If you have the PDF reader, it would open it with the PDF reader. And now I have a PDF file output of the DFMA Executive Summary comparison from the Design for Assembly software. We can similarly, in the DFM software, export any of the reports from here. If I go to the Reports menu and I select the Results report for this machined analysis, you can see that this is the one report that looks somewhat like a spreadsheet, I guess, is a good way to perhaps think of it. And so we can see here all of the data for the different steps in the machining processes that are being carried out. From the File menu here, I can export this report, again, to any of these different file formats. I'm going to export this one to the Excel file format here. And I'll just call this, again, BDI test. So you can see the results of this export from concurrent costing. Again, it'll present me with the dialog allowing me to set some options, and I'll choose the Open After Create option here, and it'll go ahead and export all that data to an Excel file format for me, where I can now use the data in the report to do additional calculations or feed other spreadsheets that I have that I want to use that data for. So this was just a real brief overview to show you that all of the reports in the DFM concurrent costing software can be exported to any one of those different file formats that we saw today.